This is the Geek Protagonist, and do apologize if this is about the whole Last of Us situation. I'm not going to go too deep into it. Sorry, had to fix that real quick. But I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I'm going to talk about the situation as a whole. So, first of all, let me preface with this. I know about Last of Us. I know a lot about it, but I am late to the game. I bought the game very recently or anything like this, but I have played the game before. I know the storyline. I know Ellie. I know Joel. The whole thing. That's why I was excited about the show. I think it's a great concept how it did it. If those leaks are true, I know a couple people who are like, yeah, well, maybe one or two. They're like, look, I'm getting it no matter what. That's my game. That's my other game. Here's the problem. They're switching the stuff all the way around. And before I read these couple people, one is Carol Petit, the other one's Anita Sarkeesian, who is just a bundle of joy. Here is the equivalent of the leaks from when I actually got to read through it, and I talked to my boy about it, and I actually understand why fans are mad. So imagine if you played the Spider-Man game. I do apologize if you did not. You don't know this. So Miles Morales shows up in the Spider-Man game, and let's say the second game. I'm just saying this is like the equivalent of the outrage you would have. So let's say in the second game, you turn around and Peter Parker dies within like the first, I don't know, 20 minutes, 10 minutes of the game. And Mary Jane dies. So now, but they get killed by Hobgoblin. Not the Green Goblin, one of Spider-Man's secondary villains. Not even like the main Hobgoblin. We're talking like Hobgoblin 3. One nobody even cares about with by name. The guy who was the borrower of the suit kind of thing. And now Miles wants to go after Hobgoblin to stop him because he wants to fight him and take him down because of what he did to Spider-Man and bring him to justice. Now imagine when you're playing that game, you, from the Spider-Man game, you play Hobgoblin. You kill Peter Parker and Mary Jane. And now for a good portion of the game, you're going after Miles. Doesn't that sound like a bundle of joy? So we're going to start with, let's see, trying to see if I can get the guy's name. I always forget the dude's name from Naughty Dog. He's the vice president, but he's the one that makes a lot of the decisions. So, Neil Druckmann, because he's the one I was talking. So let's remember that, Neil Druckmann. So Anita Sarkeesian, she views herself on her Twitter account. By the way, Orange Man Bad. That's a lot of those. And so let's read her quick thing here. Please don't go after her or anybody that I'm showing, but Anita on her Twitter. Nice pair of glasses. This is her description. These are the problems I mean. Feminist media critic and host, Fem Freak at FemFrequent is FREQ. I have no idea what that is. Working to end abuse in the video game industry. Book History vs. Women, and then she does her pronouns, she and her. Yep, another pronoun person decides to do something. Now, I'm not saying her intentions are bad either, but the way she goes about it, from what Druckmann is saying, he's like, yeah, Anita, we'd be talking, and Anita would just go, why not a female? So if you played Drake and you wonder why Drake all of a sudden had a daughter when you heard about him having a son, it's because she said, well, why can't it be a female? That's her literally consulting to him. Oh, well, what about her? Oh, Ellie found love, and it's this guy, his name is this. What if it was a female? Oh, okay, what about this? What if it was a female? That's her hot take every time. And that makes her a genius to this dude. So let's just see a couple of her tweets here. We got video games are having a Me Too moment. Sure they are. The toxicity from fans has been well documented for years, but toxic, abusive, predatory behavior between developers has been mostly spoken in whispers between trusted friends. I'm in awe of the bravery of those who have spoken up today. That was from August 27th. Now, what of 2019. So what happened on this particular thing is she's talking about some of the people that said their experience is working. The problem is that both sides, and a lot of times the feminist people, I'm not trying to come at you, but you seem to forget that men do go through it, but men are trained a lot of times to hold it in instead of saying it. And sometimes it comes out later. So then you have a thing here from Carolyn Petit, who is my other fun person, and she goes, "Yep, this," and that's one I think is actually from the 27th of 2020. I haven't looked at the TLU two leaks, but reactions to them reveal there are still folks out there who think that the stories about straight cis people are neutral, who can only conceive of stories about anyone else, political agenda driven, etc. And then she goes like, I'm here wondering, do all these super duper hardcore, my favorite game ever, this is Sarkeesian again, uh, ever is Last of Us, not remember that there are queer characters in it? LOL, LOL. And I'll get to the other chick in a second. Um, So we got Anita. She did a damsels in distress tropes versus women's video game series of some stupid videos that blew up on Kickstarter. And I've watched one, and the reason why I'm calling them stupid is because I actually started to notice that she was cherry picking things. She goes, ever since I began playing video games at age 5, I've been told I don't belong. As a result, my relationship with gaming has been complicated. So yeah. Because, when you play a video game, everyone else's opinion about how you play your game or something should matter. Now, one of the problems I have is that she's saying all this, but as you start to see things, she doesn't play video games the way she says she does. There's things that don't add up, and she kind of cherry picked when she doesn't like something. And every time there's a woman inside of a depiction of a video game or something, she goes to the like bottom barrel. She's like, I don't like the female armor. It's always I don't like something that this does. Samus Aran, who in a very old video game, she was in a bikini, whatever. Also, you're rating really old video games sometimes too. So like Princess Peach, you're not talking about when Princess Peach actually had her video game or did a thing, or the fact that I don't know Bowser's some psycho dragon turtle thing that tries to capture her a lot of times, and it's very hard to fight against Bowser. But now, see, here's where it gets funny. So let's say that you turn around, you spin the narrative, and now it's a woman saving Mario. Would you have that same problem? What about Laura Croft? Now, you could say, oh, the old ones were sexualized, no woman is shaped like that, whatever, pixelations. Guess what? There's not humans that are Battletoads either. But especially the newer games, it looks more normal. What about Jill Valentine? What about Claire Redfield? You know, the other female video game people, but she'll find a problem with them. She'll probably have an issue because Leon, even though like even my favorite character is Chris Redfield, I think Leon's the most popular character of Resident Evil. She'll probably be like, well, why isn't it this person? Because Leon is actually just kind of awesome. Like he's not even my favorite character, and even I can acknowledge that Leon's kind of awesome. Um, but it's like she does all these things, the Sarkeesian. And here's something, a wonderful quote for her. I may actually vomit at you for this. You make Princess Zelda look asexual and Princess Peach look like a weird boy here in the name of equality. Did it ever occur to you that if these designs were used, no one in their right mind would buy these games? So, the reason why I'm saying is her hot take. Let's see if I can blow this up. There we go. So she turned Zelda into Link and turned Princess Peach into Mario. That's why I said it's her hot take. And I'm like, and the person on here says she even goes as far as the name of the games like Shadow of the Damned to be new Damsel of the Undead trope, despite the fact that the game's narrative is designed clearly and specifically to subvert such tropes. Sarkeesian absolutely is guilty of tampering with evidence to suit her needs this way. By the way, I'm looking at a thing from Medium. So here's the issue when it comes to Sarkeesian. All right, the problem is that she wants more female representation. I think that's fantastic. The way she's going about it is the diversity way of, well, the woman should be doing this. Why is it always the man? Well, we're talking about old video games. At the time, it was more acknowledged whether you like it or not. Even today, I'm sorry. I know you all. I know. Oh my goodness, shame on me. More males play video games than females. That doesn't mean females do not play video games. It does not mean females are not allowed. That does not mean females are geeks or anything like this. But even when you go back to conventions back in the day, now my convention came a little bit early. Well, sorry, Don, what do you want? All right, go lay down. Sorry, my cat was going crazy. So, but I've talked to people when they talk about conventions and things like that. They even say it like there wasn't as many females there besides the booth babes, as they called them. Now, as time has progressed, more females are more open to the geek culture, and I love it. I love it. I love the fact that there's more females enjoying it. I love the fact that my little niece knows who Batman is, knew that her uncle loved Ninja Turtles, knew who the Ninja Turtles were, likes the Hulk, even though her mom doesn't, and it makes me laugh because she's like, no, the Hulk is cool, because Uncle Chris likes the Hulk. So, yeah, I'm all about that. I'm even about female heroes in every single genre, but they are there. Now, what's funny is that you got this dude, and he's like, well, it's her. And then she goes, well, I don't have this kind of power. But yet, her hot take, and the dude even said it, her hot take is constantly, well, what about if it was a girl? So you have Drake from Uncharted series, who was supposed to have a son. Everyone here he has a son, comes out with a daughter. You know why? Because she goes, well, what if it was a girl? Ellie, supposed to have a love interest. What if it was a girl? And that's like her hot take. And the dude said it. And she's like, I don't have that kind of power. You're a consultant. Yes, you do. And the thing is, she keeps going, look at all these men attacking me and stuff. Well, you were part of Gamergate. Someone took their life because of it. Because of accusations. And you weren't mad about it. By the way, people, Twitter is not a court of law. If you're going to do something, it needs to be a court of law. But she did her Kickstarter, whatever. Cool. She used the money. She did that. That's great. Speak your truth. But she's constantly trying to jump into other video games. She's using this as her hill to die on. She's making it seem like there's this whole issue. And then when fans are directly stating, I do not like this because this is the way the story goes and this is how. Instead of you listening, absorbing it, and maybe seeing what it is, nope. Your thing is, oh, nope, you don't like the LGBT, the letter community. You don't like that. Can't be nothing else. Has to be that. Just you're all a bunch of istophobes. And it's like, no, what you're doing is a bad idea. You're switching things around because you want to give women empowerment, but you want to do it in such the most like stupid backwards way possible, and it's sickening and it's dumb. So now a lot of fans are not happy about it. And then you got Carol Petit, who's sitting there like, oh, they're mad because there's a trans character or a possibility of a trans character. People like Ellie. People love Ellie. Some people even view her over, a lot of people view her over Joel. They're like, no, Joel was a great character, but Ellie is the main character. So, people like this character who's a part of the letter community that you technically changed the push to make her that way. And people were like, okay, but the story was so strong, they were like, cool. Now, you have her sitting here saying all this stuff, and every time anyone said, and I've noticed that too, her, the one that did the South Park comments, every time people start calling you on your BS, all of a sudden you're like, well, no, I'm a victim now. You're attacking people all the time. You're telling fans about how they're pieces of garbage and some kind of ist or phobe or something because they can't accept women being in a thing when that's clearly not the problem. The problem is that you're taking, first off, you're taking a character or doing something that people really don't like. And then you're turning around and then you're going to mess with this and move that and do this. And instead of telling the story linear and then having Ellie take over, you're going to do something and trying to think it's genius, and then you're surprised that fans don't like it. Which, by the way, the reason why the leaks even came out was because you guys don't pay your people. And a disgruntled person gave you payback. So, you know what? You can sit there, Anita, and imagine if I actually had the power to do all these doofuses think I have. And someone put you stupid F just because you act like you don't something here about you don't even care. You just want to destroy it. You keep putting your feminist crap into everything. Does the game already had a female protagonist and you can't even accept her being a female protagonist? Um, this one here. Why in the name of everything that is holy do you have to F up the one thing I've been looking forward to these last few years? Because equality, it's a game. Let us enjoy it without bringing trans people and the whole LGBTQIDAF into things they have nothing to do with. So she took that, right? And she's trying to say, um, that was the different one. Now, here's what's interesting. She's taking that and going, well, this proves that you're istophobe. Now, the way the person said it, I see how that can come off. But if you read the other one, the thread, that was just a part of it. Once again, she's cherry picking. There was another portion of it that actually I seen from the conversations. It looks like, I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like, not just from this person. They're saying that basically you're taking this stuff and punching it in there. Instead of letting the story be the story, you're twisting things around to do this. Now, people are saying you made a character trans. Now, the reason why there's some people questioning this, because the post-apocalypse, it seems like it happened for a while, but the character that you're possibly making trans is young. So where did they get the treatments and stuff for that? That's what some people are questioning. How did this person become a trans person without treatments in a world that you're constantly on the run? Just saying. Just saying. Just questioning. Please don't come at me. I'm just asking. So, you know what? This video has gone on long enough. This is what I personally think. I'm waiting for my friend to do it. He's going to buy it. He'll play it. He'll tell me about it. He's going to try to break it down to me. He said he wants to look at it like from a critic. You got Carolyn Petit. She was all saying all types of stuff about, oh, it's because of this and you people don't know. And I'm like, or maybe people just don't like it. You ever think about that? But Carolyn and all her wisdom, she's like, oh, all you people are some kind of istophobe. This is the reason why you have a problem now. And then other people are questioning it like, well, why do they have a problem with it now? She's like, because this is the game, this is the gamers, and they're all toxic and everything. It has nothing to do with how you're twisting it, how you're turning it, how you're doing it. Now, this is what I suggest. If you are a person who is really not feeling it, but you still want to play it just to possibly see if the leaks may be fake or if anything like that, even though Naughty Dog kind of confirmed them, what I would say to do, someone made the suggestion, I make the suggestion. Just rent the game from Redbox or something for like $1 or whatever. Couple dollars, see what it's like, or don't get it. Now, personally, if these things are true and they're going to push all this agenda stuff on there, my personal opinion, I'm sick of all the agenda stuff. I hope your game bombs. If this is true, it should bomb, because you guys are then calling everyone every name in the book because they don't like the narrative that you're doing. You're taking and twisting things in such a way, it's so foreign that it's almost like a different video game. That's why they have a problem. They don't care that Ellie is gay. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, people probably don't even really care about the trans thing. I'm not talking about the fringe, I'm talking about the main. So, just saying. Anyway, this is the Geek Protagonist. If you're gonna do this woke stuff, you're so woke, you're sleep deprived. Get woke, go broke. But we'll see. Maybe the game will be a hit. But I'm seeing a lot of people saying, nah, bro, I'm done with it. But we'll see. So this was just a discussion I just wanted to talk about. Have a nice one. Hey, this is the Geek Protagonist. Thank you for visiting my channel. Like, subscribe, share. Tell me what you think. You heard my thoughts. And also hit that bell notification so you can be aware of any videos I do. Just click. And just take care of yourselves. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming to my channel. I appreciate you sharing this time with me. All right? So the Geek Protagonist is out, and discuss in the comments. Suggestions, anything. See ya.